Hi and welcome to this tutorial where I will explain how to do mad scientist stuff with sequences of repeated consonants in Plogue Alter Ego and also Chipspeech. I have here a completely default instance of Bones and I have just pasted in 5 consonants 16 times in a row into the lyrics in Exampa mode, and now if I switch it from mono to poly, then we can play chords like this. So it's a pretty cool rhythmic pad sound, maybe like something out of a classic trance track or maybe something Krautrock. And the reason why you want this to be pasted in so many times is that if you want it to be long enough for the longest note you will need in the whole song, because if it gets to the end, it will try to sustain the last consonant. Probably not what we want, and if the last consonant is a non-sustaining one, it's not much better. Then it makes a noise when you release the key. Now, to make this a useful sound in the song, it needs to be also synchronized with the tempo, and we do that by trial and error and adjusting the wave rate knob. Yeah, so it seems about 60% is right for this particular sequence of consonants and this voice and this tempo. Now, if there's ever a voice with multi-pitch consonant transitions, this is not going to work at all. And high wave rates are probably not a good idea. Probably good for sound effects, but not really for songs. Now, the phoneme speed does not actually control speed of the repetitions, but it has a very big influence on tone, so it's a good parameter to play with. So basically, low values are more speech-like and softer, and higher values are more mechanical and harder sounding. This can be a good parameter to automate. And sibilance is also important, especially if you have something like an S in there, you might want to take that down. Now, this is a usable sound, but let's say we want to give it more life, and you can do that with expression by having it control the volume and some high frequency sizzle, not too much, maybe 20–30%. So now you can do volume swells and also have the tone get more metallic as you go up, which you might not like that. In this case I do. If you don't want it to be metallic, then you can lower the default high frequency sizzle so that at max it will still end up around 30%. Another useful way to add motion is vibrato. With a slow rate and sending vibrato to helium, we can get this kind of, swirling effect, although 100% is probably too much. Let's try about 30. So yeah, that's a pretty nice sound. You can also use the wave rate key follow to make basically higher notes go faster than lower ones, which will drift out of sync. Now that probably drifts out of sync too much to be usable in song, but around 3% if your part stays in a fairly narrow range is okay. So yeah, that's a pretty cool kind of, rhythmic but animated and evolving pad sound, and this works in Chipspeech also, as I mentioned, although some of the voices will behave very differently than others, and some of them will sound much more digital and mechanical. I will just run through all of them one by one, and starting with Vosim, he's kind of on the mechanical end of things. Terminal is not really all that usable, to be honest. And Spencer is also kind of boring. But Rotten ST is great. Otto Moser is sounds like a cheap snare drum. But Lady Parsec is cool. She's actually a lot like Bones in the HD. And the non-HD is kind of dirtier and noisier. D-Clat is pretty cool. Dandy is awesome and of course very old school. Dr. Cider is just weird. And finally Bert is again on the digital side. So thanks for watching. I hope you've learned how to do something completely insane and have lots of fun with this.